we must continue to the church will stand by good government projects or policies and encourage it. The church should stand against oppressive, retrogressive policies of government. We should. Government come and go. The church remains.
What would you say to this notion about some leaders, church leaders, or religious leaders in general, either in the churches or in our mosques, wanting to vie for political office, like the hallowed office of the presidency?
Yes. Well, it depends on what God calls them to do. I mean, I encourage people to do what God calls them to do. Every human being has some element of politics in him, and
every man is a political animal.
Of course, you know, and if it grows to such, and you think you can make a contribution, why not?
Because many a times people come to say, how are they sure? How is he or she sure that that's the next line for him or her to dabble into politics? Why not just stick with...
I think people should not be quick to judge. At the end of the day, the fruits will give the judgment. What came out of it we will prove whether that is the way he should go or not. So a man can say, I'm called, I'm apostle, this, I'm that, and that, and dress, whatever, let people stand when you come in. It is the fruit that you produce that will give credence to who you think you are or who you say you are.
Let's even look again at the PFN, around the country. You are the national president, and I know you must have traveled, far and wide, through the length and breadth of this country, trying to see how your programs and what your plans are, how it really impacts on the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria. From your reactions with people, members, what sort of feeling, or what's the general feeling like in your discussions with members about the country?
Well,
do you see hope at all?
Certainly. As a person, I see Nigeria as a great nation. I see Nigeria as a miracle to happen. I also listen to people. Yes, we have all our challenges. We are not where we should be. But this is a great nation. A great nation in terms of human and material resources, good brains, people who love God, people who pray to God are here. Great intellectuals are here. Nigeria enjoys great climate. Many of our citizens in other parts of the world are making waves. So whatever is a setback we have, like Boko Haram, is a passing phase. And I believe we will overcome it. Many times, the road to success is not smooth. And we need to pay the price, and we will get there.
All right, Reverend, let's just hold our thought for a moment and take this break. And when we come back, we shall continue with our discussion. Is the National President of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Reverend Felix. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time on Channels Television. The national president of the PFN, that's the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Reverend Felix Omobode, is still here with us. Now, let me ask you, Reverend, recently, President Goodluck Jonathan signed into law the anti-gay marriage, which proposes a jail sentence for anyone who indulges in that act. Now, there are supporters for gay marriage in this country, surprisingly, and there are those against. But looking at it, from your own vantage point as the president, what's your reaction? Was it a good call by the president to sign it into law?
Every nation,
and we say that the world is changing.
Every nation
the world is a global village.
Has her values and her virtues. We can't just import everything because it's happening somewhere else.
And trying to be a world community or global community.
Even remove, you say Christianity as an Islam, let's go to the very tradition of the people. We abhor it. We abhor same-sex marriage. The Nigerian tradition, the Nigerian people are raised up to stand one man, marriage between man and a woman. So why you come and tell me whether Peter will marry James? It's strange to us. And I think the National Assembly did what is right. And the president, of course, has done what is right. He would have upset the nation if he chose, if he has done otherwise. So the international community should understand with us that it's our own way. They have theirs, but this is our own way. It's not what we like. We don't do it. It's an abomination. Of course, the church will never tolerate it. Never. So, if it is good for them there, we thank God. We can relate in other areas, but not on this. We talk of human right. I believe in it. But, freedom that knows no bound is not a perfect freedom. And I want you to think about that. Even in the West, where you are free to do this, you are free to do that, you are free to do that. You cross the line, you pay for it. Someone must moderate it.
Let's come to Edo State. Recently, the governor established the death sentence bill, that will stem down the tide of kidnapping. He signed that into law. What's your reaction? Do you think that's a good omen for Edo State?
Our governor resisted signing that thing to law. But I believe that the invasion of criminal activities from other states where this law operates, into Edo State, and the violent nature of the crime, of course, forced the governor to sign, and I think he did what is right. Normally, we will not support that kind of, but definitely if it will deter the people, why not? So he did what was right.
Now let's talk about humanitarian services, of course, of the PFN. Perhaps you want to give us an insight into some humanitarian services that PFN has been embarked on. Since you became national president, because I believe that is one area also that Christianity as a religion tries to uphold.
Many of our Pentecostal leaders, honestly, in their respective ministries, have very solid arms that engages in humanitarian activities. For example, in our own ministry, we have been involved over the years in humanitarian activities. You talk of the kerosene explosion that happened. You talk about settlement of the lepers in Oshomo and many others. You go, you see our works. But as a fellowship, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has not folded her arms. We've been involved in trying to assuage the sufferings of many of our people. I will just give you two examples. As a result of the Boko Haram insurgency, many of our people have become destitute. Many of them lost their livelihoods, they've lost their churches, they've lost family members. And PFN, under my watch, launched a relief effort, which is ongoing. And we attend to people irrespective of their faith, irrespective of who they are. So we are still building capacity, and we are appealing to all Christian people of goodwill to donate to that front. Christianity is incomplete without sharing. So we do that. Then you are aware of the recent the typhoon or something that happened in the Philippines, where from what we heard, over 4,000 or 5,000 people were killed, several thousands rendered homeless. Recognizing that PFN lives in this world that is called the global village, we also played our role and made some donations to the victims of that unfortunate incident.
All right, just one last one before we round it up, Reverend, and that has to do with the general notion, of Christianity.
Yes.
Now, I ask you this: is Christianity really a religion, or there's more to it than what people say it is?
We don't call Christianity a religion. People say Christian religion. It's just the way the world knows it. Christianity is beyond a religion. Christianity is life. Christianity is faith. You can maybe call it Christian faith, not just Christian religion. Christianity is life that you live. It is not a sign of the cross. It is beyond baptism. I mean, those are good. I'm not against it. Christianity is life. A man has got to repent of his sins. A man has got to believe in the sacrifices of God's Son. A man has got to turn his heart to God and allow the light of heaven to shine in him. A man has got to be moved by the Spirit of God. That I will do things not because, or I will not do things not because I will be caught. But I have a law within me that tells me, don't do it. That I will not go into adultery, not because my wife will be angry or my wife will know. But the life in me does not allow it. That is Christianity.
And definitely believe that that will be the message, or that will be the focal point for many of our Christian faithful. Reverend Felix Omobede, we thank you so much for spending time with us on Question Time. We appreciate your time once again.
I thank you for the privilege.
Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you.
And it's on that note we've come to the end of this week's edition of the program. Don't forget to send us your questions, comments, and suggestions to questiontime@channelstv.com, or you can watch us also online at channelstv.com. Many thanks for watching. I'm Ayatunde Balogun. Till we come your way again, is bye for now.